Thank you, Chair. Firstly, Panama aligns with the statements from Uruguay on behalf of GRULAC, Rwanda on behalf of the High Ambition Coalition and Friends, and Mexico regarding chemicals of concerns. Colleagues, I address this plenary with a heavy heart and a deep sense of urgency. We came to Busan with a mission to define a global pathway to end plastic pollution. We did not achieve what we came for, a binding treaty that addresses the full life cycle of plastics, of which production is a part of. Yet, amidst disappointments, there are small glimmers of progress. Small glimmers, but progress nonetheless. We have built a coalition of over 100 nations united by the shared commitment to end plastic pollution. This coalition has stood and will continue to stand firm for ambition, demanding action on chemicals of concern, reduction in harmful plastic production, and the financial provisions necessary to support a fair transition in developing nations. The momentum is with this overwhelming majority, even if the challenges are still daunting. Colleagues, every day of delay is a day against humanity. Postponing negotiation do not postpone the crisis. By the time we reconvene, at least 230 million tons of plastics will enter our oceans. Another million marine animals will die and will further pollute the ocean food chain. Microplastics will continue to infiltrate our water, food, and bodies. Every child born in the next 6 months will carry this poison in their bloodstream. Human bodies will further devolve into toxic waste dumps. Communities will endure the lasting impacts of plastic pollution, and farmers will face crop losses as soils saturate with microplastic. This is not just an environmental crisis, it is a moral failure. An entire generation is being poisoned by chemicals in plastics, chemicals linked to cancers, chemicals linked to hormonal disruptions, chemicals linked to development disorders. Chair, Panama came to Busan to build bridges, not walls. We cross our own red lines for the sake of compromise and multilateralism. And while your current text is far from what we envision, we believe it provides a basis to continue. Colleagues, we did not accept a weak treaty here, and we never will. We have two fundamental beliefs. Firstly, we understand that the triple planetary crisis of climate, biodiversity loss, and plastic pollutions is a threat to the very existence of our country and its people. Secondly, Panama is deeply committed with multilateralism, and we understand that it is through dialogue, bridge building, and honest-to-God diplomacy that multilateralism must address the biggest challenges of our times. However, our disposal to negotiate does not mean that we will lower our expectations. To the more than 100 nations standing for ambition, I say, let us be relentless. We might have been delayed, but we will not be stopped. To the activists and civil society who have carried this fight, you are the heartbeat of this movement. Your courage and pursuit of justice keeps this fight alive. Rest, recharge, and return stronger. To indigenous people and local communities, your wisdom is our guide. You continue to show the world what harmony with nature truly means. To the media, please continue to tell the truth. And to young people, your anger is justified. Your fear is valid, and I share it. But remember that your voices are louder than the billions spent polluting. Your generation will save us. Colleagues, this is not about commas nor brackets. It is about the child in a coastal village who will drink water poisoned by plastic tomorrow. It is about the fisherman pulling in empty nets filled with waste. It is about the millions of species we are sentencing to extinction. It is about 90% of all drinking water sources currently poisoned by plastic. Everything we love is on the line. Every reef, every river, every life. This is not a drill. This is a fight for survival. And let's remember where we stand in history. We are negotiating the most important global treaty since the adoption of the Paris Agreement on Climate in 2015. We are not just negotiating a treaty, we are deciding whether we care enough to save ourselves. Panama leaves Busan with fire in our hearts. When we reconvene, the stakes will be higher, the devastation will be worse, and the opportunity to act will be even smaller. But Panama and the more than 100 nations that demand action will return stronger, louder, and more determined than ever. Colleagues, delay is death. Action is survival. We're eating and drinking poison every single day. The world cannot afford our hesitation any longer. Thank you so much.
I thank you. I thank you, Panama. Thank you. Thank you. Now,